Thank you. So when I was 16 years old, my parents thought it would be a great idea to leave me at home alone with my 22-year-old sister for the summer when they went to their cabin in Canada. Now this was great for two reasons. My sister taught me how to drink, and they left me their fairly new Volkswagen Beetle so that I could drive it to work as a lifeguard at the local pool. Now this was long before there was texting and driving, but I am here to tell you that 16-year-old knuckleheads will always do something dumb while driving. I was lured by the magical marketing of a product called Fruit Float. I have no idea what Fruit Float is to this day, but I had a can of it, and as I'm driving to work, I'm reading the can of Fruit Float. And of course, I'm drifting to the right side ditch. And a little yank would have put me back onto the road safely. But I'm 16. I panic. I yank that wheel as hard as I can to the left. I go across the road into oncoming traffic, up an embankment, land on the roof, smashing the car, and for some reason the momentum actually turns the car completely over, and I land on the wheels. When the cops get there, I'm lying across the front seat of the car with the can of Fruit Float still in my hand. And the cop says to me, "What saved you is you weren't wearing your seatbelt. Otherwise, your head would be squashed like your bug." So fast forward 3 years, I'm now 19 years old, and I'm a very mature and experienced driver. I purchased a Volkswagen Beetle with my sister, who's only 16, so she's inexperienced and immature, and I take the car to college. And on our last day before Christmas break, my girlfriend and I get in the car and go to our ceramics class, which is off campus, so we can pick up all our beautiful ceramics crap that we're going to give to our friends for Christmas presents. On the way home, on the highway, I hit black ice. And the car spins around so fast, the doors fly open, and we are pitched onto the highway, both of us. And with that go my glasses into the December night. And I cannot see 4 inches in front of my face without my glasses. In fact, I'm pretty sure right now I'm surrounded by the most beautiful people in the entire world. So I lift my head up off the pavement, and all I can see are these big headlights and auras, and I'm thinking, okay, I've survived this horrific crash, and now I'm going to be run over by a car. What I can't see is that when all these cars saw people flying out of a Volkswagen, they decided to kindly stop for the show. We get to the hospital, and the cop, I'm fine, and my girlfriend needs some stitches, and the cop says to me, "What saved you is that your seatbelt wasn't working. You didn't have a seatbelt on, and you were crushed against the guardrail on the driver's side of the car." Now, fast forward a few more years. No, a lot more, like keep going, fast forward. Okay, last year, Story Slam, September. I am driving home from Story Slam, and it's on Route 100, which between here and Pottstown has long areas of the road that are very dark and very desolate. A buck the size of Rhode Island jumps in front of the driver's side of my car and crushes the hood towards me, and he rips the entire grill off of my car and takes it with him. So if you're looking for venison in the woods with its own grill, you're welcome. I managed to limp my car home, and I can't get out because it's also crushed the hinges on the driver's side of the car. So I crawl to the passenger side, I get out, I crawl back in the passenger side the next morning, and I take my car to my mechanic, and he says, "You know what saved you? Your airbags didn't deploy. Otherwise, you would be battered and beaten beyond belief." So you may be looking at the only person who's actually been saved by the failure of all her safety devices.
Cathy, everybody.